Oh, we're live. Here we are. Hello, everyone. Ian Nicholas, joined by my boys soccer expert, Cole Schubert, a member of the New Canaan boys soccer varsity team. I'm Ian Nicholas. Here we are from Dunning Field, I should say, for what will most likely be one of, if not the last, fall sports game to be played in this fall sports season on this wonderful venue. So, Cole, we've got a great game. It's the FCIAC Semifinals. It's New Canaan, the 2 seed, up against Greenwich, the 3 seed. Now, New Canaan and Greenwich, they were 1-1-1 against each other in the regular season. They won a game against each other, lost a game against each other, tied a game against each other. So, they're pretty evenly matched, to say the least. And speaking of having a big matchup advantage, you and I were talking before the game, Cole. You love the depth that this New Canaan team offers. Tell us about some of the players. Tell the people at home about some of the New Canaan players who make this team so good with its depth.
Yes, thank you, Ian. It's a pleasure to be alongside you here in the box today. I've been alongside Austin Platt before, but it is something different to have the football star himself alongside me.
Oh, retired football star. We left that in a different universe. Don't worry.
It's okay. Football commentator star.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Cole. So tell me, let's talk about football. Let's talk about the girls' soccer team. So what do we think about that?
Yes, the New Canaan girls soccer team has some tremendous depth to it, especially in some of their juniors and seniors. They have three juniors that I can think of right now, along with the senior co-captains, Anna Zacalillo, McKenna Harden, and Emma Shue. Sorry about that. And especially with Kaylee Harden, McKenna's younger sister, one of the juniors, as well as Jade Lowe and Dylan Patton, who's had an outstanding season so far. All 6 of them have been big names so far to see.
Yeah, it will be very fantastic to see how this game will match up. New Canaan 5-4-1 during the regular season. Greenwich 5-3-1, but it seems like New Canaan was slotted slightly higher. Losses don't impact the point total in FCIAC, only wins and ties. And they both had the same amount of wins and ties. The game should kick off just momentarily. It was delayed slightly because, well, we were waiting on the pinstripes. We were waiting on the referees to come here to Dunning Field, and luckily, it looks like they are here now, and we are going to send it right to the field where Cole and I, with the rest of the NCTV crew, will bring you this live game. So make sure to like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and tune into the game, of course. We will see you in just a moment. Ian Nicholas back with you here. I didn't leave you for too long. Sorry, you have to hear my voice for a little bit longer with no soccer action back behind it. But we are still waiting on the referees to show. So give or take 3 minutes, 45 seconds until kickoff. And just stay tuned, stay patient for what should be an excellent FCIAC girls soccer game. I will mute myself for a moment, and we'll be right back when we have the start of this game between New Canaan and Greenwich, the FCIAC semifinals here on NCTV 78. We're back. Yes, stats still the same. We are waiting on the referees. So we are still uncertain. But what we are certain, Cole, is that this game is going to be a very close one. Tell us, the people at home, about how close these New Canaan Greenwich matchups have been so far in this shortened FCIAC West Region season.
Yes, Ian. Well, they've been super close, as you said. They've played 3 games so far this season, one on the 15th of October and another, the most recent, on the 5th of November. And they both of those games ended 3-2, with New Canaan and Greenwich taking one apiece and then tying one in between that time. So you can say they've had 4 goals for each team, and it's been a tough matchup so far this year, something that they're going to look to capitalize on to move into the finals so long as COVID holds out.
Yep, so Darien, the 1 seed, New Canaan's arch rival in any sport. They are 9-0, but unfortunately we heard today that, Darien, due to the COVID issues, all around the state, it decided to, shut down the school for the time being. So hopefully we do get to see Darien in the finals of this FCIAC region season, but we don't know, and we're going to see. But all that really matters tonight is this game, New Canaan versus Greenwich. And, Cole, I know that we haven't covered as many girls soccer games this year as we probably should have, because it's a fantastic team, but how do you think the game is going to go tonight? You think it's going to be another really close matchup?
I assume so. Everything looking at the past 3 games has said close matchup. They've had, in one of the games, 2 missed penalties by New Canaan looking to capitalize to take that big win on the 5th. But both teams are ready to get out from the gates. All of them still warming up on the field, staying warm as the referees look to arrive. There's been 1 goal by Kennedy Kritzer and another 2 goals from Hollis Mulreed. She's been loving playing against Greenwich so far this season, Ian.
Yeah, and, there's a lot of fantastic athletes on this team. Hollis, I believe, is going to go to USC to continue her lacrosse career. There's a lot of fantastic athletes on this field. Anna Zaccarillo, she's going to play college soccer, but there's a lot of athletes, too, that are just going to play a different college sport entirely, a lot of them lacrosse players. Tell me how important it is, obviously, to be – I know it's important to be an athlete when you play soccer, but is it still great to have those athletes that might not be going to college to play soccer, but they're still pretty dang good athletes?
Yes, I mean, being multi-sport athletes is quite impressive for colleges, and giving that versatility to your game and different sports, playing different seasons, is very, very helpful in terms of developing different skills, different muscles, anything like that. Lacrosse and soccer seems to be a massive combo here at the New Canaan High School.
Totally. But, one guy who, and I know you probably know him a little bit well, Doyle Catlin, he's going to go to Denison to continue his soccer career. And I know this is a girls' soccer broadcast, but heck, I'm rambling, and, we're still waiting on the refs. And that was a fantastic end of the season that your boys' soccer team had. They made it a lot farther than a lot of people expected, especially with that win over Stanford, and Doyle with the game-winning penalty kick. Tell us a little bit about him and what you've seen from him as one of the key cornerstones of this boys' New Canaan team over the last few years.
Yes, one of the co-captains, senior co-captains, Doyle Catlin, along with Henry Limberg, he's held down the midfield for New Canaan this year. He's played pretty much every minute of every game this year, and carried the team, holding down that midfield, keeping possession, and he did get his labors rewarded in the final game with the game-winning penalty against Stanford. They went out on penalties. It was 1-1 at the end of extra time, and they ended up winning penalties 3-0. Big game.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I just thought the players started playing, but they're actually literally starting to scrimmage against each other because, heck, they are just so eager to get out there and start playing in this game. And before we turn it back to the field and before we turn it back to this game when the refs finally do come to Dunning Field, one quick question, because this is playoff FCIAC action for this team. The boys' soccer team got a lot better as the course of the season went on. I was talking to the guys, and they wish they played Darien later in the year because they felt they would have beat Darien if they played them later in the season. In the girls' soccer team, they've had their ups and downs, but they've had a really good year, Cole. So my question to you is, what happened during that second half of the year, maybe towards the start of a playoff run, that got the boys in the right headspace? And do you think the girls should do the same thing there? What were the messages from the coaching staff and the players?
There was a bit of a formation shift at one point. They played with 5 defenders, so 3 center backs and then 2 wing backs who had some time to go up the sidelines as well for the New Canaan boys team. And they shifted to a 4-4-2 in the last game against Stanford, which was a thrilling match. You can check out the highlights and the full game here on the NCTV 78 YouTube channel.
The plug.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah, hopefully all that formation, it works for the boys. Maybe it will work for Coach Hickson and the girls. We'll see what kind of philosophy they'll come into when this game finally begins. I am going to stop talking now because I can't wait to see this game, and I don't really know what to say. So hopefully the next time you see me and you hear me, we will be calling this game live. New Canaan versus Greenwich, FCIAC Semifinals. We'll see you very shortly. Yeah. All right, good news. New Canaan has already won the game. No, I'm joking. But the two refs are here, and we will begin the game. So here we are, Ian Nicholas, Cole Schubert, and the rest of the NCTV crew live from New Canaan's Dunning Field, where we have FCIAC girls soccer action between two of the best teams in the FCIAC West Region, but more importantly, two of the best teams you will find in Southern Connecticut in the New Canaan Rams and the Greenwich Cardinals. As we mentioned to you in our little pregame show, you know, New Canaan and Greenwich, they've matched up 3 times this season, and they're 1-1-1 against each other. So this is a rivalry that's always present, but this year, the other team really wants to beat the other team in this FCIAC game. You really couldn't have called for a better FCIAC semifinals matchup call following both of the team's first-round byes.
You are right, Ian. There's no way to decide who is going to win before the game. We've had games in the boys soccer league where you've said going into the game, someone like Wright Tech, who's lost all their previous games, is probably not going to stand much of a chance against a strong Greenwich team. But these two teams are 5-3-1 and 5-4-1 respectively, with Greenwich having one less loss. But there's no way to decide who's going to win, and it is going to be down to a battle of the courage and the strength, whoever wants to win it the most.
So let's see. Will Coach Rich Hickson's squad want it the most tonight? This is his 5th year here at New Canaan High School. He's got well over 35 career victories. He's had a great run here last year. In their full season, he went 12-3-1. They made it all the way to the FCIAC semifinals, only to lose to the eventual champion, Staples, 6-0, after beating Wilton in the first round of FCIAC. But obviously this is a much different season. We have FCIAC regional tournaments this year, and this is the FCIAC West Region semifinals. So let's get it underway. Emma Shue will get things rolling, the senior for New Canaan, the senior captain.
It's looking like a 3-1-4-2 formation for me. So 3 defenders, 1 center D, and one center defensive mid, as well as 4 midfielders and 2 strikers. As the ball is played back to the senior goalkeeper, Samantha Finn, for New Canaan.
Yeah, Samantha Finn, this is actually her first year playing New Canaan high school soccer. She used to play private soccer. And when you get one of those kinds of talents, just like the boys team did with Evan Baelish, you're automatically getting a phenomenal talent boost in the net.
Yes, the girls soccer team does have some great options in goal, along with senior Emma Gibbons. They've shared a bunch of the minutes so far this season. Both are very strong goalkeepers from what I have seen so far, Ian.
Let's see how they will do. Right now, no action, obviously. We are only 45 seconds into this game, but we'll see how it goes as the game transpires.
New Canaan winning the ball back, looking to hold possession of the ball, but it goes out for a Greenwich throw-in far into the New Canaan half.
So New Canaan spotting the red jerseys tonight. They'll be moving from left to right here on Dunning Field, and the Greenwich Cardinals spotting the mostly white jerseys with the red numbers will be moving from right to left. Just under 39 minutes into this first half, or 39 minutes left to go, I should say.
Ball is out for another Greenwich throw-in. Greenwich has been holding the ball pretty well in New Canaan's half so far. New Canaan hasn't been able to get it up the field yet, but both teams have yet to test the opposition's goalkeeper.
New Canaan putting it in the air. And
it is an offsides call against Greenwich.
And that's tough, especially after such a hot start they had on that side.
Yes, gives New Canaan a lot of time to hold the ball. Samantha Finn taking her time with the goal kick, giving them some time to calm down, get back into the game after they've had the pressure on them for the first minute so far, as the ball goes out for a Greenwich throw.
Definitely not what you wanted to see there if you were Samantha Finn and New Canaan. And Greenwich has a chance for a mulligan, in a sense.
Out for a New Canaan throw now.
Pushed out by Kennedy Krutzer, the sophomore, for New Canaan. And here's the throw-in. Headed. Still in the air. And New Canaan finally looking to make a play here on Greenwich's side of the field. Courtney O'Connell races for it, but it is out of play.
Strong looking through ball there, but just ahead of Courtney O'Connell, the senior. It goes out for a Greenwich goal kick.
O'Connell, a megastar athlete here in New Canaan. Obviously, if you're a New Canaan sports fan, you know the O'Connell family well. And Courtney, terrific on the ice. Here in soccer, she does it all. Couldn't get that ball, but no one could. So here's Greenwich's goalkeeper, Isabella Gecka. Here's McKenna Harden, and that one into the stands. From New Canaan's UNC lacrosse commit. And it's back in Greenwich possession. Out of play once again off of Harden.
Greenwich with a host of throw-ins so far in this game. Both boys soccer and girls soccer, I've noticed, have been a lot of turnovers in possession, mainly due to throw-ins. And playing the ball out of play as it's out for a Greenwich throw yet again.
Off of New Canaan senior Annabelle Catlin. You know, we have a field mic on, and I'm definitely hearing a lot of McKenna Harden down there. She is one of the vocal leaders of this team, Cole, and how important is it with so much field to play and so much going on constantly in the sport of soccer to have those vocal leaders down on the field?
Oh, being vocal is so important. I'd say probably the #1 trait that you can have as a midfielder especially, or a goalkeeper. Being able to talk to your teammates, let them know that there's a player near them if they've time to run, time to take the ball, whether or not they need to play a pass quickly. It's so important and can lead to a lot of opportunities.
Let's see if New Canaan can set up an opportunity. No, Greenwich still keeping it on New Canaan's side of the field. Putting it in the air, but right to Sam Finn.
It's out for a New Canaan throw just before the Greenwich player kicked the ball over, trying to play a ball into the middle of the box. It was out.
Here's the throw-in from senior Abby Van Dussen. And New Canaan swarms to it, but Greenwich is there. But so is Courtney O'Connell. Stops on a dime, and out of play off of Greenwich's #2, Sophia Bastic, the senior.
Yes, one of the 2 senior co-captains, along with #11, Kristen Bezrola.
Throw-in from...
Berzola, sorry.
No problem. Throw-in from Harden, up in the air, still. And finally, Jade Lowe gets there, and still has it. The junior, floating it up, and out of play on that lofted pass.
Very nice technical term there.
Oh,
Ian. Cole,
you're too kind. Throughout the rest of the night, you'll see my ability to analyze the game of soccer is not ideal.
That's okay. He has it where it counts in the football. Make sure to check out.
Oh, please! There's more than just the football.
Oh, yes.
No. We're talking about girls soccer tonight. This is going to be an excellent game. Just over 34 minutes left in this first half. Still scoreless. A lot of back and forth. Courtney O'Connell here. And
handball on Courtney O'Connell as she kicked it up. It just clipped her hand.
Yeah. Good effort, but couldn't avoid the handball. Here's number 16, Skylar Scavo, the junior for Greenwich, who will kick it from the 45.
She looks to be the favored free kick and goal kick taker so far, as they've been looking to her strong boot over the goalkeeper.
There it is, and luckily it goes right into the hands and not over the head of Sam Finn. But definitely a boot Scavo has.
Strong, quick punt from Samantha Finn, but it's given away to Greenwich, only to be won back by New Canaan.
And another ball into the stand. It comes from Courtney O'Connell's right foot. Just over 33 minutes left to go in half number 1. There's Greenwich's Sophia Bastic. Now number 7, Bay Owens. New Canaan with another ball that's going to go out of play unless Greenwich will race for it. No, but an excellent effort. Along the far sideline, it's still a New Canaan possession before it's popped up in the air by Greenwich.
Greenwich player was trying to shield the ball from, I believe, Hollis Mulry on the far side of the field.
What an effort from the junior Hollis Mulry to get to that, where it looked like really she had no chance. players run over, but play continues. And who says soccer isn't chippy?
Long through ball, but it's left.
Oh! And a good break for Sam Finn. She came out of the goal, but she deflects it out of play and not into the goal.
Yes, that's something that's asked from the New Canaan goalkeepers, being able to come off their line quickly, as I've seen being a goalkeeper on the JV team last year.
Don't worry. Cole will leave the soccer booth next year to make his big time on varsity count as a goalkeeper. Unfortunately for you, lucky for us, we got you in the booth this season for soccer, and really happy we have you. Here's the kick from Finn. Puts it up in the air. A little bit of back and forth. And racing for it, Van Dussen. And out of play, it will be a Greenwich throw-in up next. And looking at this FCIAC West region heading into today's game, Darien finished the season 9-0, the number 1 seed, New Canaan's rival. New Canaan finished second place at 5-4-1, Greenwich in third, 5-3-1, and then both the Stamford teams, the Stamford Black Knights, the 4 seed at 2-6-1. They're supposed to play Darien tomorrow, and then West Hill 0-8-1. Here's a corner on the horizon for the Cardinals.
Yes, Ian, all the players lining up at the top of the penalty box here as the ball is swung in low and cut out by Jade Lowe, the junior.
Good play from Lowe there, and then she boots it up the field. And another boot. Emma Shue fighting for it, and she will get it out of their territory. Here's a potential breakaway opportunity for New Canaan. It's Kaylee Harden, who is working her way back from an injury.
It fell very nicely for Kaylee there, off of the deflection.
Or excuse me, not Kaylee Harden, Ellie Galoy, the sophomore sister and the sister of former NCTVer Andrew Galwa. Ellie Galwa, excuse me. We used to call him Galoy, so that's where that stemmed from. Here's a throw-in from Greenwich.
Bea Owens took that throw, but now it's a throw for New Canaan. Looks like it's going to be McKenna Harden.
It is. Heading in is O'Connell.
O'Connell wins it back again, playing a long through ball, but finding none other than Isabella Gaja, the sophomore goalkeeper for Greenwich.
Must have a lot of faith in her to put her in this big game, obviously, you know. Goalies can come in all grades and sizes, but the sophomore goalie in the biggest game of the season. And so far, she hasn't had to really do much.
Yes, neither goalkeeper has had much asked of them so far, except for the one where Samantha Finn had to come out to make the vital clearance. It's a Greenwich free kick here, with the New Canaan player standing pretty close up to the ball to delay the kick so that their teammates can get back to defend.
It's going to come from, sorry to cut you off, from Greenwich sophomore Ali Panella. So here it is. High and a little wide left.
Good idea from the sophomore, but unable to find one of the heads of the Greenwich players as it goes out for a goal kick. Here's Samantha Finn with the goal kick, looking to play it long again.
Just under 28.5 minutes left to go in the first half of this FCIAC Semifinals game. Winner advancing to play in the FCIAC West Region Finals game this Thursday.
Assuming COVID doesn't hit too hard, with possibly Darien not being able to play tomorrow versus Stamford. But we will leave that up to DAF Media or the Stamford Media to show you.
Stamford Media. We will see how it all transpires. Obviously, COVID is an issue that doesn't go away, and it doesn't make plans for any sporting event. Obviously, we saw here at the high school the field hockey team season unfortunately ending a bit too soon, but, you know, hopefully the girls soccer team can get that end of the season if it goes longer than tonight's game. Let's see. Here's Emma Shue in a bit of action. It will stay. No, it will go in Greenwich's possession. Off of Shue. Fighting for it with her. was, I believe,
Bea
Owens.
Owens
senior.
also took the throw-in, but it's out for a Greenwich throw again. Owens looking to retrieve this one as well. One back by Jade Lowe, the junior, and played up to captain Emma Shue.
Oh, and right back to her. And the high kick. Here's Mulry. Popped up. And a great kick to get it out of there.
Not a strong clearance. There was an opportunity there for Kennedy Crutzer to win the ball back, but Greenwich was able to get it out just in time.
Here's the boot. A big opportunity. And out of play. Emma Shue as well as Courtney O'Connell behind her. But neither of them could get there.
Looks like if it hadn't gone out for a goal kick, the referee was raising his hand to signify an offsides call on the play. I'm guessing it was on Emma Shue, as Courtney O'Connell looked like she was onside.
Yep. Shue had a big step and a half, it seemed like, over the closest Greenwich defender. And here's the goal kick from Scavo.
Long goal kick, and it finds the head of a Greenwich player. But Courtney O'Connell brings it down.
O'Connell to
Mulry, I believe. Who
Hollis Mulry.
Gives it away, but fights to win it back. It's out for a Greenwich throw off of Abby Van Dusen.
Back and forth. Greenwich player hits the deck. Here's Van Dusen down the far sideline. Greenwich looks to take control.
Bea Owens playing it through the midfield, but another Greenwich player was unable to control the ball as it's out for a New Canaan throw.
And it will come from Van Dusen. With just over 25 minutes left to play in this first half. Here's Emma Shue racing forward. She heads it in between two Greenwich defenders and scooped up by Scavo. You know, obviously this game has even bigger implications than in years past, Cole. You know, FCIAC always means a ton to any athlete, but knowing that, well, I'll hold that sentiment for a moment. Let's see what happens here. It's going to go out of play. But knowing that there actually will not be any state tournament this fall season, the importance even higher than normal.
Yes, definitely big things on the line. Win or go home today here at Dunning Stadium, Dunning Field, whichever you prefer. It's cut out by senior Anna Zaccolillo, one of the three senior co-captains, but one back by Greenwich, as it's their senior Sophia Baztek taking it up, only to be cut out by McKenna Harden. Yet another senior. Big senior presences on both teams, with Greenwich fielding 12 seniors and New Canaan fielding 14 on their rosters.
Zaccolillo will continue her lacrosse career, not her soccer career at Hamilton. One of the many phenomenal athletes who will continue their careers at the college level. None of them, I believe, on the girls' soccer team in soccer. But a lot of lacrosse players, obviously, if you're in New Canaan, you know lacrosse is lacrosse. Very important to the town.
Lacrosse is a lifestyle and religion here in New Canaan, especially for the girls. Another lacrosse commit, I believe, is Dylan Patton, who's committed to join her sister at Cornell.
Here's the throw-in from Harden, McKenna Harden. This one up in the air, and it goes off Harden. Here's O'Connell. Misjudging it. And Jade Lowe is going to give it her best effort here right in front of us.
Lowe wins it back, playing it off to Annabelle Catlin, who plays it long for Emma Shue. It took a deflection, but Emma Shue looks to cross it in, but unable to. It's out for a New Canaan throw-in, very close to being out for a corner.
Greenwich catching a break. Just under 23 minutes left to go in this first half. And it will be New Canaan's number 10, McKenna Harden. Also a three-sport superstar athlete, soccer, hockey, and lacrosse. And she will throw it in. from somewhere out there. We can't really see her. There she is.
Long throw.
Harden looking to connect with Shu and out of play off of Skylar Scavo. So another New Canaan throw-in.
Courtney O'Connell lines up to take this corner kick here for New Canaan.
Excuse me, yep, a big corner opportunity.
That's okay, and not everyone's perfect.
Certainly not me. Here it is. Booted by Galois. O'Connell puts it up. And a little bit out of the danger zone for the moment for Greenwich. Racing for it is Harden. And on the other end, Zaccolillo keeps it in play. But between O'Connell's legs, here's Shu. Can't get it. O'Connell does. Here's Owens for Greenwich.
As you can hear by the field mic, there is lots of communication going on. Again, such a crucial piece of soccer, no matter what level it is.
Shu, one of the best players on this team, takes the tumble and out of play as she was bumping up and down the field to get position on that one.
Isabella Gaja, the sophomore goalkeeper for Greenwich, again retrieving the ball, but it's going to the favored Skylar Scavo to take this one. Substitution here for Greenwich.
And for New Canaan as well, as we will see Charlotte Galhouse, the senior check-in, number 25.
As well as Sammy Craven, a sophomore for Greenwich.
Here's the boot from Van Dusen, headed by Greenwich. Greenwich's Kristen Berzola, one of the senior captains.
Mistake by Anna Zaccolillo, but she's back, as well as McKenna Harden chasing it down, cutting out the danger as Greenwich was on a fast break there.
And it was halted, but they will get the throw-in from Owens. Good through ball.
But for Samantha Finn to clear up the field.
And there it is. Back to Owens. And here's Jade Lowe. Gets it right past number 7. And here's number 17, Julia Acosta, a freshman for Greenwich. Probably playing.
Does seem to have quite a varied roster in terms of age, seeing freshmen, sophomore, and seniors listed throughout.
Just trying to get all of their talent out on the field for what could be their last game of this 2020 season. As you mentioned, Cole, win or go home. This is FCIAC's. But they are going to bring out the freshman, Acosta.
Big games at stake.
Throw in from Greenwich.
Going back to age or height really doesn't make as much of a difference as long as you can be an effective team player, have the skill, whatever it is that your coach requires. Age can be deceiving.
Well said. And Zaccolillo, last contact for New Canaan. So still Greenwich throw-in opportunity and right back out. No, it will be New Canaan's throw-in. On the far side of the field, just under 18 and a half minutes to go here in half number 1 in this still scoreless game. Here's Gelhaus for New Canaan, and that is going to be a penalty, I believe, on Gelhaus.
Foul on Gelhaus. It's going to be a free kick from just outside of the box. Penalties, again, are from inside the box. Much more threatening, but a good position here for Greenwich.
So Gelhaus tripped up, or I guess committed a penalty on senior captain Sophia Bastic for Greenwich. So here it is. Could we see our first scoring of this game? Well over 22 minutes into this one without any big-time action. Here is Ali Pinella.
Going direct on goal. Samantha Finn
covers it up. Got a little lucky there.
Yes. Bobbled it at first, but dove on it.
So the free kick from Pinella after the penalty from Gelhaus for New Canaan, and Samantha Finn able to make the big time save. So just over 17 minutes left to go in this half, still scoreless between the 2 seed in this FCIAC West game, New Canaan, and the 3 seed, Greenwich. Gonna see a throw in from New Canaan in just a second. And here it is. In the air. Racing for it is Jade Lowe. Still under it is the junior.
Sophia Baztek, the senior co-captain, trying to play it long, but it's cut out by New Canaan. Emma Shue with possession given away as Anna Zaccolillo chases it down on the on the close side of the field, and it's out for a Greenwich throw-in.
But so did Greenwich sophomore Sammy Craven, who was coming 100 miles an hour right at Zaccolillo, and was potentially a big piece for why Greenwich would get the throw-in here from Owens.
Owens connecting with Baztek here on the close side, playing it into the center, looking for Acosta. Sorry, that's going to be Ali Pinella, the free kick taker, as Samantha Finn scoops up the ball in her own box comfortably.
So again, the goalies have not seen too much action. Finn more than Greenwich's Isabel Gega. A back and forth here near the 40 between Gelhaus and Baztek, the pair of seniors. Baztek trips. Jade Lowe versus Owens. Deflected by Shue. And Shue again.
Comes off of the hand of Galloy. Sorry about that one, Ian.
A boot in the half will be headed by McKenna Harden. And here's Gelhaus, who gets tripped up but keeps it in play. Greenwich moving it around here. Trying to finally break loose with a scoring opportunity. Here's Baztek, through ball. And Gelhaus still fighting and out of play off of her.
Throw in here for Bea Owens.
Just over 14 minutes left in this first half, and what we expected to be a very close game, and, well, it is still very close, obviously. 0-0 on your scoreboard.
Out off of Emma Shue, another senior co-captain for New Canaan.
She's been one of New Canaan's best players for a long time, and I know this program will certainly miss her impact. New Canaan is always fielded, and especially over the last few years under head coach Rich Hickson, some of the best teams you will see for girls soccer in the Northeast, and Emma Shue a big part of that winning formula. Here's the boot from Zaccolillo, headed by Greenwich's Brooke Wolowiski, another freshman.
Hollis Mulry playing it up to Galois, but comes back to Mulry, who plays a long, lofted through ball.
Tumbling in the far side of the field. No action from the ref, so here it is from Mulry, and batted out there by Shue. An opportunity maybe for Greenwich, halted by Jade Lowe. She has been pestering them all night over the middle of the field. And it's going to be Greenwich's throw-in.
There's been a strong midfield presence strong midfield presence from both teams here, Ian. Both teams looking to gain control of the midfield, something that one part of the field necessary to dominate if you are looking to hold the possession like both of these teams are and create scoring opportunities. A lot of through balls have been seen here so far, trying to find a fast break, but it looks like the defenders and strikers.
Low with the pass that was put ahead of, and maybe a little bit too far ahead of, Ellie Galois. So that could have been a huge opportunity for Galois to score, but just a little bit ahead of her. Maybe another one here for New Canaan, but no, it's going to be scooped up pretty easily by Gega. Just over 12 minutes left to go in this first half. But will we see a score in the next 12 minutes? Greenwich with another pass that is just too far in front of the Cardinals. But Van Dusen will be the last player who touches it, and that is Van Dusen for New Canaan, obviously, so Greenwich will look to keep this attack going. Jade Lowe has been a player we've been hearing a lot from tonight in the middle of the field. You mentioned she, midfield, back and forth control battle between New Canaan and Greenwich, but she's been one of the key pieces right now for the Rams.
Yes, it looked like she was lining up at a CDM, center defensive mid position, a position where you're looking for a very technical controlling player who can control the ball, commit the challenge.
Shoe's got a chance here, puts it up in the middle for a New Canaan player to snag. Instead, it's cleared out by Greenwich. So Shoe giving her effort. Gelhaus gets whacked by Greenwich's Sammy Craven, and that is not going to go unchecked.
Very good counterattack opportunity there for Greenwich, but unfortunately the foul committed was too much for the ref to look away from as they looked to capitalize on the New Canaan team being far up the field.
Gelhaus will race for it, but just cannot get there in the nick of time. She seems all right after taking that hit. Maybe a little bit thrown off. The senior did commit the penalty earlier in this half, which led to the free kick. Or the foul, I should say. The free kick from Greenwich that went nowhere. Off the save from Finn.
McKenna Harden winning the ball back, playing it back to Anna Zakalilo, who went long, trying to find Emma Shue, but unable to. It's out for another Greenwich throw.
Zakalilo proving that she's got one of the strongest legs on this team, but can she put it in the position that New Canaan needs to be for the rest of the game? We'll see. Shue looking to get back in it here. And
Long ball from Greenwich, but it's out. McKenna Harden lining up to take this throw yet again. One of the favored throw-in takers on this close side. Lots of action on the close side for us here, Ian. Very nice looking out from the press box on a fantastic Tuesday evening.
Pair of seniors will check out. Emma Shue and Charlotte Gelhaus checking in. Courtney O'Connell, senior rotations. Fantastic night for soccer. Way too hot for my liking, though. Even though it's not too hot, but November, really? 70 degrees, Cole? Can I get a break?
Crazy weather.
Can one of these two teams get a break, though? That's the real question. Still scoreless. Just over 9 minutes left to go here in half number one, and out of play off of Greenwich. So a big-time throw in here for New Canaan. Could they get their first score of the night? It will be Courtney O'Connell. And out of play off of Greenwich's number 16, Skylar Scavo.
McKenna Harden with the long run up for this throw.
Let's see what she can do. Puts it up and missing, but O'Connell there to clean it up. And saved cleanly near the right post by Gega.
Gega taking her time. There is a 6-second rule on how long the goalkeepers can hold the ball, but that is quite rarely enforced. It is mainly there just to recommend that the goalkeepers don't hold the ball and time waste forever. Ball is played back up here. Gega with another easy save. Scoops up the ball at the top of her own box with pressure from Mia Barlow, the sophomore who checked in, as well as Ellie Galois.
Headed by Greenwich. Here's O'Connell. Low looking to make a play. Instead, it is Craven for Greenwich. Is this a breakaway opportunity? It looks to be thwarted by Van Dusen, and an excellent defensive play on the far side from the senior.
Very strong defensive tackle there. Necessary. It looked like Greenwich was aiming for goal on that one. Good through ball. They're going to look to see if they can replicate that throughout the game.
Van Dusen had other plans to keep this game scoreless. Just over 7 minutes left to go in half number one. Ian Nicholas and Cole Schubert bringing you this game live on NCTV 78. Greenwich racing forward in their own territory. And they reset well. This will probably be the last game that we do stream for the fall sports season, with the CIAC indefinitely postponing the start of the winter sports season. Well, we hope all those winter athletes get their shot when they do, and make sure you like and subscribe to us here at NCTV 78 so you can get that action when it comes. Let's see if we'll get some more action in this game. Still 0-0, battling forward at midfield, and this one will be easily scooped up by Sam Finn. The high boot. O'Connell off her leg. Here's Craven. Popped up again. Greenwich player racing for it on the far side. And Van Dusen gets there and clears it out.
Van Dusen won that individual battle versus Carly O'Brien, number 9, the senior on the far side. But it will be a throw-in for Greenwich yet again.
Senior on senior action.
I feel like I've said the words, it will be a throw-in about 100 times so far, Ian. But we still have a second half coming up. So be sure to stick with us here.
Of course. How could people tune out with not a guilty conscience if they didn't tune out with a winner? I mean, they have to stay for at least one goal. Come on.
Very true, Ian.
Very true.
It's an unspoken rule.
The unspoken rule of watching.
Another Greenwich throw here on the far side of the field.
Just over 5 minutes remain in this half. A short throw-in, and she'll get a do-over.
Looks like the ball slipped out of her hand
a little bit.
But it worked out nonetheless. Another throw. This one taken much better.
Fighting for it. Greenwich recovering. Shutting down that opportunity before it really began for New Canaan. But it will be a New Canaan throw-in.
Kristen Berzola versus Ellie Galois. 11 on 11. Number 11 versus number 11, sorry. On the far side. Out for a Greenwich throw, I believe.
And it looks like none of these defenses willing to break just yet, with just under 4 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in half number one.
There has been some strong defensive plays so far, especially as we saw with Abby Van Dusen on the far side just a couple minutes ago. Both teams are going to have to look to their strikers to see how they can figure out a way through the deadlock, though.
Looks like New Canaan making substitution or two, with Emma Shue checking back in. Here's a potential opportunity. No. Headed and still in play. Until... No, we're going to keep it in play. But New Canaan's all over that one. Van Dusen's all over that one. She tries to turn around quickly, but still off of her.
Looks like she just misjudged it. Trying to let it out for a throw-in, but was unable to. Winning it back nonetheless. Out for a throw, though. Another Greenwich throw on the far side. Greenwich has had, I'd say, a majority of the possession in the New Canaan half. Something that New Canaan will look to switch the course of in the coming 3 minutes in this first half, as well as the next 40 in the second half.
A scoreless game that is a bit deceiving, as Cole mentioned, as Greenwich has had the pressure on New Canaan's defensive end for a good chunk of this half, but give the Rams credit, they have held strong. Here's Sam Finn. Well past midfield, inside the 40. Good, takes a New Canaan bounce of sorts. Racing for it. But an excellent defensive effort on the far side of the field from Captain Kristen Berzola, and, well, that's why she's a captain.
Emma Shue looking to win that one, trying to play that cross into the 6-yard box, but unable to. She did win the corner, though.
That is huge.
Big opportunity here.
So just over 2 minutes left to go. New Canaan hasn't had a corner in quite some time. 2 minutes left to go in his first half, I should say. Here's Shue. The air, and it is in for the New Canaan goal. It's headed in, and it's 1-0 with just under 2 minutes left to go in this first half.
Looks like a mistake from the goalkeeper. She parried it back out to the New Canaan player who slammed the ball in off of a header. 1-0 New Canaan Greenwich.
An excellent kick from Emma Shue, put it right in the middle of all that chaos, and New Canaan able to capitalize on the mistake from Gaga. So they go up 1-0 with just under 1:50 left to go in this first half, and that is critical in a game that seems to be a low-scoring one. Well, it is a low-scoring one, but will this open the floodgates, or will we see the great defensive play we've seen so far?
Courtney O'Connell battling with two of Greenwich's seniors here on the on the close side. Quick give and go from McKenna Harden, but it was out for a Greenwich throw.
Near opportunity there for Greenwich. Goes wide right. Just under a minute left to go in half number one, and New Canaan in the last minute made a fantastic play off a corner from Emma Shue, headed in. Try to get you a name on who exactly, or whose head exactly it bounced off of. Still trying to get a little confirmation on that. But a goal's a goal. New Canaan is up 1-0 in a game that could end either of these team seasons in the FCIAC West Semifinals. Thank you so much for tuning in. Just over 20 seconds left to go. And barring any last-minute heroics from either team in this first half, that will be the score for the teams to process, analyze, and go over at the half for their game plans heading into the second.
Abby Van Duzen taking her time with the throw. She is not in any rush to take it as the clock hits 0 and the referee blows for halftime.
Well, at halftime, so you know what that means. You get more of Ian Nicholas and Cole Schubert in the booth, and heck, who else would you want? Well, a good game. That's what we wanted, and that's what we've gotten so far. Defensive effort that Greenwich dominated for most of that first half, but it was New Canaan with the corner from Emma Shue and a lot of bobbling back and forth that got them the 1-0 lead. Break down that scoring play that happened just 2 minutes ago.
It was a big mistake from Isabel Gage, the goalkeeper, but big play from New Canaan to capitalize on it. And going into halftime with the goal in hand, even just 2 minutes before the half, that's going to be a lot of momentum coming out of the gates for the second half. Hopefully they're going to be looking to repeat that, capitalizing on that, opening the floodgates, and looking to break this Greenwich team down once again.
Let's see if that happens. Big. I like the way you described that. That was a very big goal. There's really not much more you could say. Speaking of big things that impact NCTV, let's talk about our sponsors and how much they mean to us. First, want to give a very special shout out to our platinum sponsors, Walter Stewart's, has supported NC Rams athletics and the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. On to the gold sponsors, want to thank Club Sandwich, our only gold sponsor, I should say. Silver sponsors, Performance Optimal Health, Educational Futures, SIG Insurance Agency, OSSM Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine, Rand Insurance, and Renaissance Partners. A little bit early on that one. And lastly, of course, thank you to our black sponsors, Ready Rooster, Sheila La, 84 Sports New Canaan, the New Canaan Diner, New Canaan Graphics, the Athletic Shoe Factory, Togs, Dr. Austin Feeney, and of course, where everyone gets it done, the Lewis School of Driving. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Oh, we're back to the announcer cam. And before we go, good news. We got the girl who scored that goal for New Canaan. Drum roll, it is Junior Hollis Murray. So she made the big time play. New Canaan is up 1-0. Cole Schubert, Ian Nicholas will be back in the second half where we'll see how it breaks down. New Canaan's up 1-0 over Greenwich in the FCIAC West Regional Semifinals.
Oh yeah, you told me. You told me about that.
But there's this construct of internet describes it as SPVFD, and I get it. It effectively is that residual dollars left over to the what was the senior lenders, right, including yourself, and you know, we have to work through them. And part of the agreement.
And he's like, okay, gang. He's like holding his feet. Like, I'm like, another togo. Oh, I remember. Now I have to use like he's really easy though. Yeah, that's 90. I have not had no. Like I couldn't. But like one time I had a guy said, Mr. N's like so rude. Like, and then he's not rude. Like I was really out of guy. Like once upon a time, we lost both. And I didn't know. I go, it's my class. Everyone's stuff is there. No one's like, they just left me. I'm just like, okay. No, I was like, what?
Hello, everyone. Ian Nicholas and Cole Schubert back for half number 2 of this FCIAC West semifinals matchup between the New Canaan Rams and the Greenwich Cardinals. It was scoreless through the first 38 minutes of... Excuse me, let me catch my breath. I'm so excited. It was scoreless through the first 38 minutes of action before junior Hollis Mulry decided to break it open, heading it in off an Emma Shue corner kick. And now New Canaan has a 1-0 lead. But Greenwich had most of the offensive momentum for that first half, Cole, but they still see themselves trailing.
Sometimes that's how it works in soccer. It's quite a cruel sport at times. You can be holding possession, but still end up losing the game. Who knows? There's still a full half of soccer to play. Greenwich could capitalize on a lot of their opportunities that they've had so far and continue creating chances. But going back to Hollis Mulry's goal, she loves a goal against Greenwich. She scored 2 so far, one on the 20th when they first met, as well as another on the 5th.
Also want to give for heck of a while now, we're waiting for the start of the first half. Shout out to the guys soccer team who came out here tonight to support their girl comrades, Doyle Catlin, Evan Bayless, and Colin Mennett, and for some reason 2 other people who aren't on the soccer team, but you know, they're seniors who have come out to support them. Regardless, here we are with half number 2 in this crazy FCIAC season. The one sport that still stands at the high school is girls soccer.
Greenwich and New Canaan switching sides as is customary in soccer. It looks like Emma Gibbons, the other senior goalkeeper for New Canaan, will be taking the field.
Yeah, even after that strong first half from Sam Finn, a couple of big cleanups. But it will be Emma Gibbons.
Seems like they must have a good relationship, quite equal in terms of playing time so far this season. Both of them getting an opportunity in this FCIAC West semifinal game. 40 minutes left, win or go home here at Dunning Stadium. Greenwich has the kickoff.
Let's see what happens. Waited to get it started for Greenwich, number 17, freshman Julia Acosta. 40 minutes from crowning who will go to play in the FCIAC West Region Championship game later this week. Will be the 2-seed New Canaan, currently up 1-0, or will it be Greenwich who makes the comeback? As Cole mentioned, Greenwich wearing the white jerseys will move from left to right this half, while New Canaan in the red will go from right to left.
Greenwich starting the game here with a throw-in. Taken quickly, but it's a long lofted through ball. Isabella Gaja catching this one cleanly. She's going to make the big punt up the field.
Gaja looking to rebound after that tough break on the Mulry goal late in the first.
Ball played in from New Canaan. Emma Shue chasing it down, unable to get there, but it looks like it's going out for a corner for New Canaan.
And that would be exactly correct. So a little bit of a deja vu situation. It will not be Emma Shue, though, who is kicking the corner that set up New Canaan oh so well for that goal. It will be instead number 15, I believe, sophomore Kennedy Kritzer, who scored a goal in a game against Greenwich earlier this year. Let's see what happens here.
Ball was swung into the top of the box, but unable to find anyone. Courtney O'Connell picked it up on the close side of the field, playing it back to Jade Lowe.
Jade Lowe with the good pass, but it hit the side of the head of number 13, Courtney O'Connell.
I believe that was Mia Barlow.
No, you're correct. Excuse me.
Sophomore.
Number 19. She was open, but just didn't turn around really quickly enough to get a chance to make a play on that one.
Was a tough ball to control, but would have paid dividends if she was able to convert that one.
So New Canaan's going to throw it in, continue to put the pressure on Greenwich defensively, headed by New Canaan. And it's going to go the other direction after the over-the-head kick from Annabelle Catlin. Big boot from Greenwich and confidently scooped up. Pretty easy stuff there from the senior goalkeeper, Emma Gibbons.
Looking at Abby Van Dusen, the New Canaan defender's run there, she was quite effective in shielding the Greenwich striker from running onto that ball, giving Emma Gibbons time to pick it up. It's a turnover here in midfield. Greenwich wins it back, playing it long for Carly O'Brien, the senior for Greenwich, to win. But it goes out for a New Canaan throw. And, Abby Van Dusen here on the close side taking this one.
Emma Gibbons, the goalkeeper in for New Canaan right now, also most recently named captain of the one of the co-captains of the girls basketball team. So terrific athlete all around.
Yet another multi-sport athlete as seen throughout this girls team.
Let's see what Greenwich can do here. The pass a little bit ahead of Ali Panella, in traffic. And again, scooped up by Gibbons. Here's the boot. Takes a high bounce. And still in play after Emma Shue headed it.
Sorry about that, Ian. Emma Shue headed that one on. Yeah. But it looks like it's out for a throw-in for Greenwich.
Catching a little bit of a break is the Cardinals. Just over 36 minutes left to go in this game. New Canaan still up 1-0. After that late first half goal from Hollis Mulry, the junior. Back and forth on the far side of the field. Popped up. Annabelle Catlin in on the action.
Appeals from Greenwich that the ball was out of play, but neither referee called it, and New Canaan continued with their attack. It's out for a New Canaan throw. Greenwich was able to clear it just until about the 35.
Throw is going to come in from the captain, McKenna Harden. Just lofting it over to Jade Lowe. And here's Greenwich potentially with a big-time opportunity. On the breakaway? No. Stumbling. And it's going to go in the other direction. A little bit too physical on that defensive breakup was Jade Lowe.
Ali Panella was fouled on that one. The sophomore, quite a few sophomores on the field here for Greenwich. She's still down, holding her head on her knees.
Yeah, it looks
Hopefully
like
she's okay.
Yeah, and it looks like that hit from behind from Jade Lowe might have had some, I don't know how to phrase it, just a little bit too physical of a hit. And she will go to the sideline holding her head. We wish her nothing but the best. A little bit shaken up on that one. The star freshman Ali Panella, star sophomore. Clock stops with 35:08 left to go in the second half.
Skylar Scavo, the junior, is standing over this free kick here. Quite a few Greenwich players lining up along the top of the penalty box, as I believe Kelly Martyanov comes on to replace Panella.
Here's the free kick. It's high. It's close. And missing it is the captain, Kristen Berzola.
Very close opportunity off of the half volley there, Ian, but she was unable to find the top corner. It's out for a New Canaan goal kick. Emma Gibbons to take this one.
A tough shot, not converted by Berzola.
It was a tough angle indeed from, I'd say, 3-yard line wide of the goal.
So Gibbons with the goal kick. Off that miss, headed, and New Canaan just looking to get it out of here. Van Dusen will for the moment, but Greenwich keeping the aggression up. Sliding was Bastic. High in the air.
Mia Barlow swings and misses.
Yeah, a whiff.
Chasing it down.
And here's Greenwich on the move. And it's going to go in Greenwich's direction.
Looks like it must have been a foul on Annabelle Catlin.
The senior, that is, related to Doyle Catlin, who we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Boys soccer captain. A lot of pairs of siblings in this program. You know, we got the Mulleries, George Mullery in your grade, and Hollis Mullery. You know,
yes,
a big
George.
soccer family here in New Canaan, even though it might not get the limelight that it deserves.
Very true, Ian. George is unfortunately out with an ACL injury. He had surgery last week, but we hope he is doing well.
And as a junior, he will get that senior season right alongside you and the rest of the crew for boys soccer. Far side action here. Just under 33 minutes left to go in regulation. Racing up is Emma Shue. She's got Barlow in front of her. She's being harassed on the far side. And
deflection off of Scavo for the corner kick.
That's
Emma
a huge,
Shue with some quick footwork to beat 2 or 3 defenders there on the far side, center of the field.
When you're that fast and you're that tall with that big a stride, Emma Shue makes it a challenge to run right alongside her. So here is the corner. Saw New Canaan score off a win at ease at the end of the first half. Kick will come from Courtney O'Connell, I believe. It's low and short.
McKenna Harden chasing that one down. Courtney O'Connell playing it up, but it is out for a Greenwich goal kick. Unable to find one of the heads of the New Canaan players in the 6-yard box.
So O'Connell will get the second chance at it after Harden provided the opportunity to her, and she couldn't convert.
New Canaan's corners have looked lethal so far in this game, Ian. They've been able to convert one and off of 2 others in the second half so far. Had quite good opportunities. Jade Lowe heads it here onto Emma Shue, who looks to beat the defenders but is unable to. It's cut out by the last center D for Greenwich. One back by Courtney O'Connell on the far side, who swings it into Mia Barlow.
And shoved out of her shoes, in a sense. A Greenwich player on the far side, but there's no foul, no penalty on New Canaan.
Referee gives a goal kick. There was appeals there from the New Canaan team for a corner kick.
A lot of contact. Here's Scavo, and she will just let it go out.
Another goal kick, pretty tactical in that sense, where they let it out, looking to have an easy pass upfield, easy kick upfield, I should say, from the goal kick here.
And here is the goal kick, takes a bounce into New Canaan territory, and then a boot right back into Greenwich's.
It was missed by a couple New Canaan and Greenwich players, but Mia Barlow looked to continue to win that one back. It's out for a New Canaan throw.
You know, you mentioned the floodgates potentially could have opened after that Hollis Mullery goal late in the first, but they are shut, to put it simply. And it looks like these players could be tiring out a little bit, whiffing, missing here and there. in this game, which has seen a lot of physical contact up and down the field. Terrific defensive play. But Greenwich needs to be on top of their game. Still down 1-0. Just under half an hour left to go in regulation.
Another goal kick here for Greenwich. New Canaan has been piling the pressure on so far, though, in the second half. Different to what we saw in the first half.
Headed by Annabelle Catlin. Here's the kick from Mulry. And at a play off of her.
Ball won back by Jade Lowe, who looked to play the through ball into the center of the field.
And Mulry will just clear it.
Looked like she was aiming for Courtney O'Connell on the far side, but was unable to get there. It's a Greenwich throw-in, taken quickly. Long throw.
And New Canaan looks to get the jump on it.
MSU putting a challenge in the air there. Hit off of her back, I believe, and it's out for a Greenwich throw. Another quickly taken throw. Long through ball into Greenwich.
New Canaan just swarming to it on their side of the field. And booted away by Van Dusen.
Very strong defensive communication and coordination from both teams here.
Still going to be a New Canaan throw-in after all of that back and forth. Very similar to the first half. Greenwich continuing to put the pressure on New Canaan in that first half offensively. Couldn't convert. And New Canaan now at the 1-0 lead. A lot of pressure on Greenwich, but they're still staying strong. The Cardinals, that is. Out of play. Out of Dunning altogether. Luckily, that gate's open. Or actually, unluckily. And it will just be a kick from Scavo in the goal. Goal kick. She's proven she's had the leg, but New Canaan has proven where there's a will, there's more points to be scored, potentially.
Scavo was aiming for Sophia Bastak, one of the senior co-captains there, but was unable to. Went out for a New Canaan throw.
Good kick from Annabelle Catlin to no one, and even though she got brushed up, Scavo willing to take the hit and save it cleanly. Or, excuse me, Isabel Gega. My mistake. In goal for Greenwich. The sophomore.
Out for a New Canaan throw. Coach Simon Rumbold for Greenwich giving his players instructions from the far side at the halfway line. Looking for something a bit more to get Greenwich back into this game.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Coach Rumbold. His team went just 5-9-2 last season in the full 16-game 2019 girls soccer season for Greenwich. But, you know, in this shortened year, in 9 games, 5-3-1 record, matching their win total from last year of his Greenwich team on the rise.
Very good improvement, and it looks like they have a roster that will be able to sustain them for quite a few more years with, again, a multitude of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. 12 rostered seniors, but you can see freshmen, sophomores, and juniors featuring in this game so far.
When you have Gega, Panello, who left this game earlier with an injury, Emma Abazia, who hasn't seen a lot of time in this game, but a freshman, you've got a lot of talented players on this Greenwich roster. Julia Acosta, we've seen her a little bit tonight, the freshman.
Long ball from New Canaan, but it's brought down by Kristen Berzola, one of the other captains for Greenwich.
Out of play here, and it will stay in New Canaan possession, and it will be thrown in by the star defender, Abby Van Dusen. As New Canaan going offensive heavy in their approach right now, Cole.
Very correct, Ian. They have been applying quite a bit of pressure, contrary to the first half again, but New Canaan will be liking it. Greenwich looking to change it here with the quick counterattack.
Through ball is batted away by New Canaan. By New Canaan's Anna Zaccolillo.
Hollis Mulry was looking to play a give and go there with Annabelle Catlin, but was unable to play the ball just ahead of Catlin. It was cut out by Greenwich, but given back to Mulry, who plays it long for Barlow.
Barlow's ahead of it. She gets the kick up and in! New Canaan scores! Falling to the ground, and Barlow gets it to go. It's 2-0.
Fantastic lofted ball there in from, I believe, Annabelle Catlin, or maybe, actually I believe it was Hollis Mulry to Barlow.
Speaking of teams with bright futures, New Canaan has seen both the junior, Hollis Mulry, and now the sophomore, Mia Barlow, score. Falling to the ground, she just puts it up and finds the left corner of the goal. New Canaan extending the lead to 2-0. Just under 25 minutes left to play in regulation.
Hollis Mulry, one of the players of the match so far for me, Ian, playing a long ball, trying to find Gelhaus, but unable to.
New Canaan extending the lead 2-0. And they've had their younger players come to play. Jade Lowe's had a fantastic game. Hollis Mulry, Barlow, I was going to say Sam Barlow, her older brother. But
Very
Mia
true.
Barlow. A lot of great play from players who are great, but, you know, fly under the radar. When you have players like McKenna Harden, Courtney O'Connell, and Emma Shue on your roster. But non-seniors who have been making it happen for them.
Very true, Ian. Looks like they're going to be sustained for a few more seasons here with their juniors and sophomores. Again, both teams looking to incorporate some of these players into the game, give them some game time and opportunities to progress. Looking to lead the team in their senior year.
And Kaylee Hard not even playing in this game. She suffered, I believe, an ankle injury earlier this season. She hasn't played since. And that's another player who's going to be leading the squad next year. But they don't even have tonight, and they are up 2-0. Greenwich has plenty of time to reverse this lead from New Canaan, though. Well over 23 minutes left to play. And if they, a collision on the far side of the field.
If this New Canaan attack continues, though, Ian, not sure they're going to have the opportunity to. New Canaan's continued to apply pressure after that first goal. What a crucial goal by Hollis Mulry that was.
It was Ellie Galois, I believe, who got flipped near the 5-yard line, I guess you could say. Thrown in by Van Dusen, and it will stay in New Canaan possession. Rattles off the gate of the bleachers. And New Canaan, after scoring nothing to the first 38 minutes of this game, has scored 2 goals in the last 20, if you include the tail end of that first half. And it's been a consistent attack. Here's the kick from
Kennedy
Krutzer, the sophomore. Another great player on this team who will be here for years to come. And it will turn into a throw-in from Van Dusen. Let's see what the senior has. Can New Canaan pour on more? Headed by Van Dusen. Put up in the air. Jade Lowe. Krutzer. Right back at it. And swung out of there by Greenwich. Here's a opportunity potentially for the Cardinals. But New Canaan's back there in a hurry. Far side of the field now. Izzy Miller racing after it, the senior for New Canaan, getting her first action tonight, number 4. And Murphy gets it out of there for the moment. Jade Lowe still fighting for it. Low up to Mulry. Annabelle Catlin.
Out for a a New Canaan throw, I believe, giving both teams some time to take a breath after that past minute of the Greenwich attack.
21 minutes exactly left in regulation of this game. Head coach Simon Rumbold and the rest of his squadron looking to overcome a 2-0 deficit, created by goals from junior Hollis Mulry and sophomore Mia Barlow. For New Canaan, winner advancing, as I've mentioned numerous times throughout this broadcast, of the FCIAC West Region Championship game, which will be played later this week.
Greenwich is still very much in this game, though, looking at their past 3 meetings as the teams this year, they've been 1-1-1 against each other. 3-2 win from New Canaan to start it off, a 1-1 tie, and then a 3-2 win by Greenwich. Greenwich still very much in this game yet again. Cut out by Jade Lowe is out for a Greenwich throw-in. She couldn't find a pass under pressure from the Greenwich players.
Switching the field here. Near. Now back over the middle. Whiffed on by Julia Acosta. She couldn't get there, but her teammate does. Out of play off of Izzy Miller. And Greenwich will retain control despite the, I guess you could say, erratic pass over the middle of the field. Bounce back, put up.
Controlled by Sammy Craven, the sophomore.
Craven hits the deck. Battling with Zaccolillo. New Canaan's got an opportunity here.
Catlin playing a long ball over the top again, but Isabella Gaja is going to be here to cut that one out. Good counterattack there from New Canaan, showing a bit more liveliness than in the past couple minutes with the Greenwich attacks that have been coming in for them.
Headed by Jade Lowe. Over the head of Van Dusen. Batted away and out of play off of Greenwich's number 23, Sammy Craven, the sophomore. And here's the throw-in opportunity for New Canaan. It will come from Van Dusen. Just under 19 minutes left to go in this second half. Fighting for it is Mulry. Out of play, and here's a Greenwich throw-in just moments later. Van Dusen, who's been excellent all evening, giving it her all here. Now fighting with Emma Abizaria, the freshman.
Out for a Greenwich throw on the far side of the field.
It will come from Julia Acosta, the freshman, number 17. Greenwich looking to establish some kind of offensive rhythm here. They haven't been on New Canaan's side of the field much in this second half, and quickly scooped up. Good heads-up play from Emma Gibbons.
There's some good passing there, though, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Quite good control and composure in the final third of the field until Emma Gibbons made a simple dive to win the ball and hold possession for New Canaan.
Finally, looked like Greenwich was looking to put something together on New Canaan's side of the field. But just like that, New Canaan on the move. Far side, racing for it, put up, and off the side of the net. I won't be fooled by that again, Cole. Had my moments in that first boys soccer game that I called that I would have called that a goal. See? Improvement. Steady improvement. All that matters. Just like New Canaan's had that steady improvement all game long. What have you seen different from New Canaan? First 38 minutes of this game to now that's changed the game from 0-0 to 2-0 in their favor.
They've been much more threatening with their through balls, Ian. They've also been able to capitalize on a couple of chances off of corners. That has been crucial, especially in creating the first goal. A lot of their passes, I felt, have been much more composed and accurate in the second half as well.
A formula to winning that they have to sustain through the final 16, 48, and counting of this game. New Canaan's looking for a call, I believe, or there's just screaming and shouting all over the place.
Sounds like they were appealing for a throw-in off of the Greenwich player who, not quite sure if she kept it in or it went just over the black lines. Nonetheless, it is out for a New Canaan throw on the far side of the field. Mia Barlow contesting with Isabella Gaja, but Gaja won it cleanly, and it is her punt coming up.
Having a bit of a, now we're good. We are having a bit of a technical difficulty with the clock, but now it's all good. Just around 15 and a half minutes left to go in this second half. Shout out to the producer, Emily Fox, for doing a fantastic job tonight, as well as the cameraman upstairs, Brendan Tiscornia.
Free kick here from Scavo.
Let's see, can Greenwich make something happen here on the kick? No, it seems like Courtney O'Connell gets it out of there in the nick of time, and here's Hollis Mulry. And she hits the deck. Excuse me, that's not Mulry, that's Mia Barlow. Heck, both of them have scored goals today. I get them confused.
Brooke Wilkowski, the freshman, number 30 for Greenwich, played that ball out off of Barlow. Headed on by Courtney O'Connell. She could not find a red shirt as Abby Van Dusen shielded off Sammy Craven for the New Canaan throw.
Time continues to wind, and the lead's still 2 goals. Substitution for New Canaan as
Hollis Mulry is coming off the field.
And coming in, Jade Lowe, one of the best players so far tonight for New Canaan. Meanwhile, checking in for Greenwich, number 10, Ali Panella, who is back from her injury, it seemed, earlier in the game. So good to see her back in action.
She immediately receives the ball off of the New Canaan throw and cuts it out for another throw. Abby Van Dusen lining up once again for the throw. Coming along to Mia Barlow.
Let's see what Emma Shue can do here, though, and it's blown dead. I believe that's an offsides call, and not a lot of people are happy about that.
Believe it was actually a foul on Emma Shue or Mia Barlow for holding back
the defender.
Yes.
Shue using the big frame a little bit too well. Trying to break free towards the goal. So here's the kick from Scavo.
Scavo once again. Ball goes up to number 22, Kelly Martianov, as it's out for a New Canaan throw. Looks like her header was flicked on just a bit too far.
Just around 13 minutes left to go here in half number 2. New Canaan still up 2-0, looking to keep the lead strong. They've scored a goal in both the first and second half.
Quite an exciting game so far, though, Ian. Pleasure to be alongside you in the commentator's box.
Commentator's box, press box, Dunning Field,
Whatever.
Dunning Stadium, whatever you want to
say. Call it. The semantics.
All we know is it's soccer, and there's really no other way you can say that. Oh, wait, there is. Football. Whatever. See, a lot of words can be said in different ways. English vocabulary, that's a tough one. Here's the free kick. It's high, and it's right into the hands of Emma Gibbons. Being at the right place at the right time, that's what goalies have to do, isn't it right, Cole?
Very true. But something that's overlooked at the goalkeeping position is their positioning, and Emma Gibbons was right where she was supposed to be for that one, making it an easy save.
Making it look effortless. Here's Emma Shue turning it up the field. Trying to beat out the Greenwich defender. Some pushing and shoving, and it will be out on Shue.
Good shielding from Greenwich to win the goal kick for their team. Long ball from Scavo, yet again, the favored free kick and goal kick taker for Greenwich.
Out of play. Excuse me, it will be a throw-in near midfield for Greenwich.
Brought down by sophomore Sammy Craven. Won by Sophia Baztek, the co-captain, senior co-captain for Greenwich, but it is out for another New Canaan throw. I believe that's McKenna Harden on the far side, lining up to take this throw. Not in any rush as they look to play slowly, wind down the clock a bit with 11 minutes left in this game.
Coming up for it, but not really able to make a stab at it, is Mia Barlow. Here she's on the move again. She's in control for the moment, but then gets tripped up. And pushed upfield by Greenwich's captain, Kristen Berzola. Here on the move is Craven. Back to her teammate, and she misses. Pretty much flat out in the direction of Julia Acosta. Just under 10.5 minutes remaining.
Abby Van Dusen with the throw-in for New Canaan. It's cut out by Greenwich again, though. And it's out for Kelly Martyanov to win back.
Emma Shue will keep it in play for New Canaan. Cross the field and cannot connect with Izzy Miller.
Bit of a mistouch there, but in the grand scheme of things, not going to matter as long as New Canaan can go on and win this game.
Far side of the field action here. Greenwich turning it up. They need to turn the dial up to 11 and try to put the pressure on New Canaan defensively, which they really haven't been able to do for all of this half. Izzy Miller tripped up over the middle of the field, and that will be Sammy Craven committing a crime for Greenwich. So, a free kick.
The side tackle was in good intent, so no need for the referee to go into his pocket for a card. But it was a foul nonetheless. And I believe it's McKenna Harden taking this one.
Let's see what she can do. It's a little bit low, and it will be fielded up by Gega. Been a pretty clean game up to this point. Great back and forth competition between these two FCIAC West opponents. Courtney O'Connell with a strong head. Barlow on the move. And an excellent defensive effort hitting the deck, but giving it her all was Berzola.
Another throw-in for Abby Van Dusen, the senior, here on this close side of the field, but in a threatening position in Greenwich's final third.
Could New Canaan potentially put the game away with another score here late? That is what they're looking to do. They get it out of there for the moment. There's Jade Lowe. She misfires up the field. It's Greenwich.
Anna Zaccolillo putting a strong boot in, clearing the ball, but Greenwich wins back possession.
Jade Lowe continues to be a factor over the middle. O'Connell can't get there in time, but no problem. It will stay in New Canaan's possession with a throw-in from Van Dusen on the near sideline. Just under 8 minutes left to go here in regulation.
Out for another New Canaan throw. Numerous throw-ins in the past few minutes for New Canaan.
O'Connell met with oh gosh, I can't say a word here. O'Connell met with Acosta, and Courtney O'Connell will throw it in, or kick it in, I should say. Here it is. Well placed. Izzy Miller has it, and it's going to be well wide left on the shot there from Miller. Goalie kick up next. Or, excuse me, not the goalie kick, but the kick from Scavo. Under 7 minutes remaining. A little bit of a miscommunication. No one's there for Greenwich. Here's O'Connell racing it up. Pressure's going to come. Greenwich gets it out of there.
Good run by Courtney O'Connell, but unable to connect with sophomore Mia Barlow, one of the goal scorers here at Dunning Stadium. Headed out by Anna Zaccolillo, crucial header there, but it falls to Greenwich's feet.
Uh-oh. Didn't know the Blue Wave was making an appearance here tonight.
Wrong rival, Ian.
Wrong rival. Racing up for it, and it will be scooped up. And Emma Shue nearly colliding head-on with Isabel Gega. Luckily, Shue hops, avoids near disaster, and Gega gets it out of there for Greenwich, headed by Hollis Mulry.
And Sammy Craven brought it down, but New Canaan won it back, and it's going to be a foul, I believe.
On New Canaan.
Yes. Greenwich with the free kick coming up here. Going to be Scavo, again, the favored free kick and goal kick taker.
This is a must-win opportunity of sorts for the Cardinals. Under 5 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Still trailing 2. Popping it up is Harden. Van Dusen with it now. Gets it out. There's Zacalillo. Out of play. Too far ahead of Pinella.
Sammy Craven with the missed time pass there, but good idea nonetheless, looking for Pinella on the close side. Substitution here for New Canaan. Izzy Miller coming off in favor of Hollis Mulry, I believe.
Let's see what Sophia Bastic can do. With the nice pass, it's deflected. Luckily for New Canaan, and O'Connell lets it go free.
That looked like a threatening opportunity for Greenwich if that deflection had gone wrong, falling into the feet of Ali Pinella, I believe.
And now here is a corner for Greenwich. Let's see. It's low. It bounces right off of New Canaan. Second opportunity is high. Too high. Out of play. And that is an opportunity, Cole, you simply cannot miss out on. Down this much with this little time remaining.
Yes, 4 minutes left in the game, Ian. Looks like Greenwich will have to have a very, very strong uphill battle to come back and tie it up or win it. New Canaan and Greenwich have been sharing possession, I'd say, in the last 10-15 minutes of the game. New Canaan was controlling it at the beginning of the half, but it has evened out with chances, opportunities for both teams.
Haven't talked about Emma Gibbons a lot here in half number 2, simply because New Canaan's offense has been on such a rampage that she hasn't been called on to do too much. But when she has, she's been great. 3 minutes, 41 seconds left to go here in regulation. New Canaan looking to hold on and win in the FCIAC Semifinals in this West Region pod, whatever you want to call it, game up against Greenwich.
Greenwich with possession, passing. Long through ball.
Here's the opportunity, and it will be a score for the Cardinals.
Julia Acosta, the freshman, with a beautiful volley after a lofted through ball from Greenwich. Crucial intervention with just 3 minutes and 22 seconds left in this game. They grab the ball out of the back of the net as New Canaan is going to kick it off.
Out of all the players that can make an impact late in this game for Greenwich, it's the freshman, Julia Acosta. I was stunned at that goal, and so was the goalie, Emma Gibbons, right over her head, and that's just great stuff from the freshman. 2-1 game. New Canaan holds the lead. Greenwich with the momentum as of late. Just over 3 minutes left to go in regulation. And the comeback not done yet from Greenwich. New Canaan, what will they do here?
Well, we here at NCTV promised you an exciting game, and it is looking like that. 3 minutes left in the second half of this FCIAC West semifinal game. It's out for a New Canaan throw. But it is left for McKenna Harden, I believe, on the far side of the field. Not in any rush to take this throw, trying to wind down the clock.
When Cole Schubert guarantees you something, you know you're going to get it. That's the kind of guy we have here in the booth of us tonight. Thank you so much for joining me, Cole. And again, everyone here on the NCTV crew. Here we are in crunch time. Fighting back and forth in the corner.
Greenwich quick passing to get it out of the back.
Here's a breakaway opportunity for the Cardinals. Could they score their second goal in a matter of moments? Jade Lowe's there defensively. Greenwich gets past her. A lot of Cardinals in the area. Broken up by New Canaan's Anna Zacalillo, though.
Crucial.
Racing for Mulry. And hitting the deck is Pinella. New Canaan is begging for it to go in the other direction now, but they won't.
Fans are going wild right now. 2 minutes left in the game. That was a crucial intervention by Anna Zacalillo. No wonder she is a captain for this New Canaan team.
Limited fans in attendance tonight, obviously, and of course, throughout this FCIAC season. Throughout the state of Connecticut, mostly senior parents, but they are loud, they are proud in this win-or-go-home game. Here's the kick from Pinella. It takes a curve left, and it bounces off Zacalillo and is retrieved by New Canaan. Here's O'Connell out of play off of
New Canaan. Yes.
A minute 10 left to go here. Greenwich looking to add just one more and potentially bring this game past the 80-minute mark.
If that happened, we would go into 2 periods of extra time. And if it ended still tied by that point, we would go into a penalty shootout.
Here's the throw in. A lot of New Canaan bodies in the area, and Emma Gibbons was able to make the critical save near the right post.
Was not a very strong shot, but it did have the placement needed. And Emma Gibbons with a crucial intervention to keep the game in New Canaan's favor. Long punt missed by a couple New Canaan players, but Emma Shue gets her head on it. Up to Mia Barlow, who hits a half volley over to, I believe it's Hollis Mulry on the far side.
A fantastic late effort right now from Greenwich to get back in this game with just over 15 seconds remaining. It looks like Father Time is going to be the decider of this win for New Canaan. It's going to stay in New Canaan possession, and the clock is just about to hit 0. And that is your game. New Canaan will advance to the FCIAC Finals in this Western region. Final score 2-1 with goals from both Hollis Mulry and Mia Barlow. The late effort from the freshman couldn't get it done. And that's your game. Final score 2-1. New Canaan wins it. The girls celebrating. Cole, an excellent back and forth effort. Greenwich, they were able to get the energy, just too little too late.
Very true, Ian. The late goal from freshman Julia Acosta was not able to turn the tide of the game in time. Greenwich and New Canaan both were looking to secure the game in their favor in the last few minutes of the game with the goal. But Greenwich was unable to come back. New Canaan, strong defensive performance yet again from this team. Very experienced, very crucial defensive cutout by Anna Zaccarillo in the last minute of the game.
We saw great play from both offensively and defensively from New Canaan tonight. First half a defensive effort, second half an offensive onslaught. Who was your player of the game, though?
Good question.
Yeah.
I'd say
there's a lot of good ones.
That's a tough one. Not sure if I can decide. I'm hearing Jade Lowe in the background. She had
Bill
an incredible
Brown voting
game.
one for Jade Lowe, Jr.
Yes, shout out to Bill Brown, who's been controlling the scoreboard for us.
The PA man of the millennium.
Yes, Jade Lowe had an incredible game, though, at center defensive mid, I believe, and crucial in containing the Greenwich attack on multiple occasions, as well as starting off New Canaan's attack, holding down the midfield strong.
Most definitely. Jade Lowe, a fantastic game. Really, everybody on New Canaan stepped up to get the win over Greenwich. Final score, 2-1. New Canaan will advance to the FCIAC Western Region Final. We don't know who they will be playing. The Darien-Stanford game should be happening tomorrow. Hopefully that game does happen. And hopefully we do have a champion of this division. Now, before we go, we'd like to give a special shout-out one last time to our sponsors. So let's go right to that. Starting with our platinum sponsor, of course, Walter Stewart's has supported New Canaan Rams athletics in the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your local fresh market. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Club Sandwich, New Canaan's destination for fresh sandwiches since 1986. Our silver sponsors, Performance PT, Educational Futures, ESIG Insurance Agency, OSSM Orthopedic Surgery and Sports Medicine, Rand Insurance and Renaissance Partners, and our black sponsors, of course, Freddie Rooster, Sheila Ra, 84 Sports New Canaan, the New Canaan Diner, New Canaan Graphics, the Athletic Shoe Factory, Togs, Dr. Austin Feeney, and, of course, the Lewis School of Driving. The NC Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. For one last send-off on this fall sports season from NCTV's live coverage, I'm Ian Nicholas, joined by the one and only Cole Schubert. Thank you so much for joining us in the booth this season, Cole, and we wish you nothing but the best. In our own TV program, we're going to see a lot more of Cole Schubert. You're going to see a lot more of the excellent Cole Schubert in the years to come here at NCTV. Also want to give a shout-out to our phenomenal producer, Emily Fox, and our man up on top of the box doing camera, Brendan Tishkornia. I'm Ian Nicholas, and we'll see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe.